I'm going to be making dough for Indian fry bread. Fry bread was a staple of most Indian tribes' cuisine. And the fry bread is considered a food of intertribal unity and is made at all of the Indian powwows to this day. The way that the fry bread is served varies from region to region, as does the recipe. First, you have to add 8 cups of water to a large mixing bowl. Oh, without making a mess. Well, I gotta have that on top. Next, you have to add a half a cup of sugar. Then you have to stir the sugar in. And then you taste the water to make sure it's sweet. And if it's not sweet, you have to add more sugar until the water is sweet. Next, you have to add 2 packets of yeast to the sugar. And then you mix it in. After you add the 2 packets of yeast, you have to add 1 teaspoon of salt. And then you have to wait 1 to 2 minutes for the yeast to bubble. This is what the mixture should look like when it starts to bubble. After the yeast has bubbled, you have to melt 3 tablespoons of butter and let it cool at room temperature. And then you add it to the mixture. After you add the butter, you have to add flour until the dough isn't sticky. Only add a little bit at a time and mix it in with your hands. You want to make sure that your hands are clean, otherwise it's really nasty. Can you come help me out, butter? Just leave it. You might need someone else to add flour as you go. Just pour it in. Okay. You have to add more. Alright, good. For now. You want the liquid to all be soaked up by the flour, and it should start to turn doughy. After you add all of the flour, you want to scoop it from the bottom to the top to make sure that you get all of the dough and all of the liquid out of it. When you're kneading the dough, you only want to knead it until it's not sticky. If you overdo it, it will make the dough tough. Okay, after everything is all mixed together and you knead the dough enough, you have to cover it and let it rise for 30 minutes. So cover it with the towel. After the dough is done rising, it should look like this. And then you take a handful of dough the size of a baseball, so like this big, and you knead it. You might have to put flour on it until it's circular, and you want it to be even, so not thick. poke a hole in the middle of it. It should look like this. Once the grease is hot enough, you take the fry bread and you gently set it in there. It should float to the top once you set it in there, and you cook each side until they're golden brown. Once one side is golden brown, you take the tongs and you flip it very carefully onto the other side and wait for the other side to turn golden brown. Once both sides are golden brown, you take it out of the pan and put it on here. And once it's cooled, you can either put sugar or honey or anything else that you want to on it.
Good.
No, it's not. It's not ready yet. This is how I'm going to be making dough for Indian fry bread. Indian fry bread is a cuisine was a staple. Okay, shut it off. Next, you have to add 3 tablespoons of butter. Turn it off. Next, you have to add. Shut it off. I don't remember how much butter it was. Next. Okay, hold on. Turn it off.
Egg. What the heck are you looking at? I will zoom in and see what this mystical creature is doing. She is smiling as a threat. Now, let's see what that mystical creature is doing. What this mystical creature?
Do you want him to shut it off? So the area doesn't die?
Oh, yeah.
Mystical creature. Ah!
On it. Oh my god, shut it off! Once the grease is hot enough, okay, can you shut it off so I can start over?